Hey guys, this is a video guide to Gnomergone Pet Battle Dungeon. Pick up the quest and talk to him. So you wind up here, and this first pet is a prototype Annoy-O-Tron. And I am using a double power magma rageling with Volcano and a peanut with Stampede. Crispin is there for backup, although I haven't had to use him yet. So we'll start with Volcano. He's going to do his annoying shield. And then we're going to immediately switch to Peanut, and we're going to do Stampede. Which also credit to a lot of the popular YouTube people, but especially Wowhead and some other good people there that you leave comments. Some of these teams were inspired by those good people. So I like Peanut because he's a critter, so he takes less damage from this Sonic Blast, and his health is really high. So when he's done his Stampede, it's time to refresh Volcano, so bring in your Rageling again. And we'll put Volcano down. And then we shall swap back to Peanut and just hit Stampede again. And this next round of damage should kill him. Unless for some crazy RNG reason, like you just miss or something. If that's the case, honestly, if you can't kill him with just the Rageling and Peanut, just back out of the dungeon, because your RNG is not with you. And just try it again. So after you kill him, you walk over to this little contraption here. And as you can see, there's a fire dude, a sludge dude, and a frost dude. So, my favorite pet to use against all of these is a ghost shark. Ghost sharks are amazing against these guys, these elementals. I have 3 ghost sharks. I have one for him, and one for him. So, they all have the same ability: huge sharp teeth, blood in the water, and dive, and then just whatever 2 pets you have to finish off the remaining guys. So we're going to start with huge sharp teeth. Then we're going to do blood in the water. Then we're going to do dive. So what happens with this is that he misses us, we miss this, he gets our bleed, and our ghost shark is still going, well, I can't hit anything. All right, I'll hit this next pet. And 9 times out of 10, that's what happens with this particular battle. So it's a really nice setup with the ghost shark. And then basically just use your ghost shark to do as much damage as you can to the remaining pets. You can use and abuse them, at least I do, because like I said, I have 3. So... I'm not going to do dive yet because he has this smoke cloud shield thing. He'll probably... Alright, I'm faster, skirt. I'm gonna bite him. Now I'll dive just if anything to avoid damage myself. And of course he uses it. I knew it. I knew it. Well, anyway. Your ghost shark practically soloing this entire team is like what I'm talking about. They're freaking phenomenal, and they're overlooked quite a bit. Alright, so there is Sludge down. So let's do the Frosty. So our second goat shark makes its appearance, and again, so these back pets can change depending on, you know, whatever, and it's pretty much always going to be mechanical, critter, or undead. So for this one, I have a Kunley Run and a Blossom Ancient. So start with your ghost shark, and you guessed it, huge sharp teeth, and then blood in the water. And then dive. And the nice thing about dive, notice we have 3 more rounds of this damn blistering cold. When we dive, we'll actually miss it. We'll miss all round. So he's gonna miss us. The blistering cold's going to these might actually apply, but we won't get another stack. See how it went from down to 1? Anyway, thought that was pretty cool when I noticed that. Alright, so let's see here. You are undead. And we'll get our tree out. So I'm going to, let's see here, change the weather to sunlight. And I will immediately heal. And then basically we're just going to spam Iron Bark until we need to refresh our heal. You can also Iron Bark first and then Sunlight and then heal. Whatever combination of it that you want. But these, the Brutes and the Blumination, that was a credit to the whoever. I should have written this down. Somebody on Wellhead. And even if their health gets pretty low, as you can see, they just heal right back up and can block a lot of damage. And they're hardy. They're super hardy. So I'm not going to be worried about refreshing my heal because we're going to kill him. And even if he kills us right now, we still have our little runt in the back. So it doesn't matter what we do. Okay. So Frost is done. Moving on to, as I roll into the furniture. So Fire Guy. And you guessed it, Go Shark, same abilities. And then I just have a Harbinger of Flame and a Brute for over here. So, huge sharp teeth. Blood in the water. Then we're going to dive. And just do what you can. When you die, you die. So this time we'll do our Ironbark first. Then we'll do our Sunlight. And now we'll do our Heal. And then basically we're just going to spam Ironbark. And that is defeating the fire guy. So yeah, Ghost Sharks for these three. Amazing. Highly suggest to just have 3. Now, this next guy here, this door control, I have tried a whole bunch of teams, and I've read, like I said before, giving credit to the good people on Wowhead and commenters and videos, and just, I have not found a team that I really gelled with, so I literally just was like, well, I have 3 Cominiuses, I'll just do Howl, Surge of Power, Howl, Surge of Power, Howl, Surge of Power. And, well, it works. So until WoW is like, oh no, we can't have that, and fuck Chrominius for us, yeah, all you have to do is just Howl and Surge of Power, and you win every time. There's not even an ounce of RNG. It's very consistent. I mean, I guess if you miss your Surge of Power, that would really suck, but yeah. So that's your homework. 3 Ghost Sharks and 3 Chrominiuses, because, you know, they're amazing. They are amazing. So you can just bite them a couple times. You can howl if you want to make it easier for your incoming Chrominius, but again, it's not like they don't already have their own howl. So, and the Ice Orb is going to technically hit the dead one, so this one coming in isn't going to be hit. But even if he was, even if you only had like a tiny bit of power, it doesn't matter. Or a tiny bit of health, not power. You just howl and Surge of Power, and bye-bye second robot, and then if you die, who cares? Your 3rd Chrominius comes in with the 3rd robot. So yeah, I don't know, I just was like, I don't need to be fancy, or try to exchange health, or try to block stuff, or outpower stuff, or heal through it, or AoE, or like absolutely every other combination of teams I've tried. It was just a shit show. Like, it was not consistent. Sometimes I'd win, sometimes I wouldn't. And for me, that is just frustrating. So, yeah. Just get yourself 3 Cominiuses. You'll be set for the door control one. So now there's this, like, thing. I don't know. You have a shield and a speed button, and if you decide that you're gonna just run through these things, they will do a surprising amount of damage to you, so you probably don't want to do that. I actually was in here the first time, ran right past this thing, like didn't even see it, didn't even register that it was there. And I got halfway down the hallway. I had to change to healing spec and heal myself as I was running into these bombs, because you can't dodge them. It looks like you could go around them, but you can't. So I don't know, maybe that's their way of making sure only 120s are allowed to get in here. So now we approach, and we have a cockroach and a rat. And sorry about my big furry baby in the background barking. So, I have an Emperor Crab, with Snap, Renewing Mist, and Shell Shield, and then I have a Kunlai Runt and a Beetle. Again, you can whatever pets you have or want or want to it. And again, these backline pets can change. I've been here where these are both mechanical, where you have one undead and something else, and this time it's both critters. So, you know, RNG. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our shield up first. And there's no need to do Renewing Mist because the shield will completely negate Stampede, so just snap. Just damage them until it's time to refresh your shield, where this has 1 round left, because we're slower. Remember, we gotta refresh first. Just snap in the interim. So for blocking everything, there's basically nothing to heal. So, lucky us, we get another Cockroach with the same abilities. Do they all have the same abilities? Oh my gosh, easiest one yet. I've been here frustrated and had to leave the first couple times I tried this. So just heads up, as a side note, Kunlai Runt's really good for this place because the Thrash is really good for critters, and these two elemental abilities are good on the mechanicals. They're fairly strong, just powerful. This is, I believe, is a power speed, and his power is still at 305, which is silly. And then I have a Beetle only because the first bug always does the Apocalypse, so I swap my Beetle in when it's gonna crash down. But I guess they'll just keep refreshing it, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay. So that was like, felt like cheating. All right. This little rat, I am using a cow, pygmy cow, simply because of the feed ability to try to stay alive longer. There's also a bunny rabbit that has a feed ability. Is it Frenzied Cottontail? I'd have to look it up. But I'm using a cow, a rotten little helper, and Zufu. So, starting with a cow, and I'd like to see if I can stun him. If I can, fantastic. If not, then who cares? It's still some damage. And then we're going to Stampede. So, your cow should melt them. So now, if we can, just try to do a feed. And then we'll do Stampede just so they can get that debuff for the next pet coming in. All right. So I'm going to bring in my little helper. And I'm going to do booby-trapped presence first. I have to do it first because I am not responsible enough to remember. I'll do like Grinch's Gift, and then I'll do one Ice Lance and he's dead, and then I don't have the presence to like knock out the next pet. So All right, so we'll just bring in our Zufu. And I'll just do a feed just to get my full health back. And then we'll just bite for a minute. Oh, of course you crit. Of course you crit. Asshole. Alright, so blam! In comes the cockroach. A Champa. A Champa. So, now there's going to be like this rat that's like, hey guys, I'm sorry I'm late. There's traffic, man. You know, what, I don't know. Whatever his reason is. But he is a little weird. I highly suggest this strat. You want to have double health on anything like this, what you see here. I'm using a Clefhoof runt, a Leatherhide runt, and a stunted Shardhorn. So, they all have to have trample, and your last one, or second to last one, they all should have survival. That's the kicker, okay? So you want real high health, and you want to make sure you have trample and survival for all of them. Trample is going to do, it says 148, but you got to remember it's only half of it because he's a boss. So when we do trample, it's still going to be half of his health, which is the 325. So we're going to get half of the ability, which is 74, but we're also going to get the 325. So you're doing almost 400 points of damage to him, like every single time. And what you'll see is by just simply spamming trample, this first pet here will get this boss down to about half health. So then you just bring in your next one, and you want to keep spamming trample. We crit, we got a whole 111. Did you see that? So this rat does something really wonky though, like I was saying when he dies. He does this ability on his death round that will one-shot anybody no matter the health. So to get around that, you have to either kill him in 2 pets, which is doable with this team. I've done it before, but as you see, it was like a close call kind of thing. So I'm going to do trample, which should kill him. He'll come back now, and he has this ridiculous, super strange, it's called right here, leprosy. When he's killed, the enemy will immediately suffer fatal damage. So this is when you use your survival. So he does his ability, we do our survival, and then he does this leprosy thing where he's like, kablap! And if you don't have survival or a third backline pet, you'll just die and then be mad. So don't be mad. Don't die. So then we have 3 mechanicals here. Let's start with this one. It really doesn't matter which one you start with. And I am using this guy. I have no idea how to say his name. Call him Az Righty. I don't know. With Stone Shot, Frenzy, and Rock Barrage, and then, again, whatever pets you have that are going to be successful against either mechanicals, undeads, or critters. So, I'm going to start with my Frenzy, because that will give me a buff, and I want to have my Rock Barrage hit like a truck. So, then we're going to do our Stone Shot. And then he will either die here or he'll die on this round that is incoming. It's really nice when he dies to the rocks the previous round, so we don't take as much damage, but it's okay. So I'm going to immediately Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to immediately do this rock barrage just to get some extra damage for the incoming pet, if I live. Because he always does that damn stun first. If this pet is up, if you ever see this interrupting jolt and they're faster, just expect it. Don't try to buff yourself, just expect the stun. But at least the rocks can help out the incoming pet. So. Alright, so we'll just jolt him in the face a couple times. And then I think we'll do Thunderbolt to get some damage on that next pet. Honestly, I probably should have saved it because I could have gotten a whole 800 points from that. So I don't think they're gonna do. Let's see. I'm gonna try to dive where. Yeah, I really wanted to dive when she was going to shoot the missile, but I guess it doesn't matter. So, moving on. So for this one, I'm using an Island Croaker with Ice Lance, Call Blizzard, and Ice Tomb, and then I just have a Penguin and a Queenly Runt. So I'm going to immediately do Blizzard. And then I'm going to do Ice Tomb. And the timing of this is it's fairly important. Because we want to do enough damage where he's going to go, crap, I need to do my rebuild, my repair. So he's going to start his repair. We're going to kill him here, and then he's going to come back to life because he's a robot. And then Ice Team's going to fall, and if that doesn't kill him, because I've had that son of a bitch live with like 2 points of health, at least Ice Team's going to stun him so he cannot kill you. So, yeah, cool story, bro. So I'm going to refresh my Blizzard because my Penguin can benefit from it. So if I refresh my Blizzard, that's some damage on this rat. And I can bring in my Penguin now. Because this ability here, this one's about 300. And this one is more than 300 if you have the chilled. So I'll basically just keep spamming the Ice Lance until I think I'm gonna die. I think I have, I was gonna say, one more round in me. So let's see. This one does 260. And this is a shield. So I'm gonna do my Surge because it always goes first to at least get some damage in before he kills me. Or he's gonna just shield and toy with my emotions. Make me know I'm gonna die. Okay, so when the Penguin's dead, just bring in your Runt and finish him off. So, because the weather is already a blizzard, I have 1 round left. I can actually just go ahead and do this Deep Freeze, which will stun him. And then he comes back to life, but he, you know, it's like, haha, you can't really do much of nothing. So it just gives us, you know, room to not take any damage. So yay. And again, those pets are going to be different in the back lane. You're going to have different pets in your collection. So you do you. And if you ever join a battle and you look at the backlane pets and you're like, shit, these particular pets are absolute garbage. They're not going to beat these pets. I have to go back in and change them. It's fine. Just stop the battle. All right. and then go into your pet stuff, they'll lose a tiny bit of health, but it's worth it rather than zoning out. So I'm going to start with my cauldron, and I'm going to do heat up, and then I'm going to spam burn. I'm not going to do my extra plating yet because I actually I don't want to block so much that this won't do damage to the kitty. Alright, so now I'm going to do my extra plating. Because we have, you guessed it, Stampede. And then I'm going to do heat up. So that way it should actually, while he stampedes me, yeah, he's doing damage to himself. So same thing. Depending on how low the health is, you can honestly just finish him off. Okay, so I'm going to bring in, let's see here. I'll bring in my idol. This kitty is probably going to do his little feign death thing again, so I'm just going to put my stone skin on. And stone skin will negate all of the stampede damage. So you just punch this cockroach in the face until you have to refresh your stone shield. And in comes our kitty with like 17 points of health. They can't feign death, so really you can do anything. You can punch them, you can rapture, whatever. Oh, I should have punched him, because then I could have raptured. Haha! Joke's on me, he's a mechanical. Oh well. Alright. Now, sorry about the alarm. Now you come up to the shadowy figure and he's going to stun you, and there's RP.
You haven't the faintest idea what you are up against. We have a plan. One so elaborate that a simplistic plebeian like you could never hope to comprehend it. I have just deactivated all safety protocols from this unit and took something special for us to keep. What's more, I have observed your pathetic strategy and have already predicted your next 4 moves. You cannot hope to outsmart someone of my advanced capabilities. I would wish you luck, but my words would be wasted. Super teleport, activate!
Alright, so when he goes away, you have this guy. And this is like a combination of people thinking, this is not my strategy. And I am using an Icky because of Black Claw. And Icky is faster. He's going to be faster. And then I have 2 Tinytrons because he has an ability where he swaps health. And then he's got Jackhammer and the biggest hammer. Anyway, he does a lot of the same abilities that the earlier pets did. But we're going to start with Black Claw. And then he's going to swap in one of our Tinytrons. And we're going to do our Fire Shield. We're going to do our Lightning Shield. And then we're going to do our Flamethrower. And this guy's going to basically kill himself because our shields are like, oh my god. So I had actually thought of this very similar strategy, but with a cauldron, like we did for the previous pet. But yeah, no, Tinytron is yeah, he's better. he's better. So that is Gnomergone. That is Gnomergone. So I hope that gives you some ideas for the pets that you have. And happy pet battling. And then you just leave the instance and talk to the guy. Alright, peace, love, and pet battles. See you next time.